to answer your question as to what's in the body that makes the voice and why it's so delicately balanced, think in terms of something like the piano. The form and the shape of that piano is constant. It's rigid, but it's constant. And a pianist sits down, okay, pianists always complain about the stiffness or the lack of stiffness of keys. That is a variable. But the basic shape of the instrument is constant. So the strings are strung and stay, with tuning, they maintain their shape. Well, for a singer, the body is the instrument. And being a body with muscles and ligaments and its variety of positions it can get itself into, influenced a lot by the emotions. Frightened, we do this. Depressed, we do this. The body is constantly changing. Therefore, the shape of the instrument is constantly changing. The instrument isn't just these two little muscles in the larynx. The instrument is bottom of the feet to the top of the head. And so if this is constantly changing, and through bad habits and emotions and negativity, it's got into a shortened and pulled down and locked position without flexibility, and singing needs extreme flexibility of the body, it can't work. Simply can't work. It's amazing that it does work as well as it does, and you'll see any number of huge name singers who are locked. Somehow, they get something out, and more than something out, they have huge careers and people are very satisfied. But sooner or later, that abuse of the position in the body takes its toll, and they have to stop singing. There's no reason why people can't go on singing well into their 80s. I fully intend to. So, if you show people how to look after the body, you're showing them how to look after the instrument. You're showing them how to recover from having to get into difficult positions when you're performing, which you do in opera. I mean, you can't sing Rigoletto standing straight up. He's got a huge hump on his back. He's got to go over. How to maintain that during the performances, how to recover afterwards. And you just build that into their general use, that their general use is to the maximum that it can be, like a great athlete. Any of the Olympians will tell you. It's the same thing. And so, because we've got, for instance, the rib cage is the most obvious example, the rib cage hanging on the spine, in which are the lungs, and under the lungs are the diaphragm. If the rib cage is collapsed down on top of that, you're going to have a very hard time breathing. And so when you get things aligned and lengthened and widened, and where they should be, and the organs where they should be, and you give the command to breathe out, that's all you do. You breathe out. And when you stop breathing out, the air comes back in. And that, in its generalness, is replicated in miniature in the voice. The larynx is here, in the neck. And not only is the neck the house of the larynx, but the larynx is suspended. It's suspended in a sort of cat's cradle of muscles, some which stabilize it to the chest, some which go back to the neck, the back of the neck and the spine. Others go back on an angle up to the palate and into the skull. And so it's sitting there in this lovely little cat's cradle of suspension. And if the neck is collapsed, well, the suspension is collapsed. And if the suspension is collapsed, then the vocal cords can't work to their ultimate ability. They will work, but it's under duress. The other important thing about the neck is that it's the tunnel through which every message from your brain to your body goes, and from your body back. So if the tunnel is free and open, then the messages are going to be able to flow easily. And if it's all cramped up, well, they're going to be fighting for the little bit of space. And that's where effort comes in. Because we give the thought, it gets jammed, and then it's jammed because the muscles are being used to hold us up and keep us from falling over. And then you move. Well, that's terribly strenuous as opposed to a free-flowing, open movement. I mean, we could go into this aspect, as I have, of Born to Sing, in tremendous detail, and it can be even in greater detail than I've done it. But in basic terms, that's why it's so important for the body to be in good shape.